बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। दिस इज़ हमना बिनते शहजाद। आज के इस वीडियो लेसन में हम देखेंगे साइंस 5 का यूनिट नंबर 1 एंड द टाइटल ऑफ यूनिट इज़ ह्यूमन बॉडी सिस्टम। ह्यूमन बॉडी सिस्टम को हम कम्प्लीटली पढ़ चुके हैं। हमने डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम पढ़ा, हमने रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम पढ़ा, सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम पढ़ा और साथ हमने देखा ये कैसे एक दूसरे के साथ इंटीग्रेटेड है, इंटरकनेक्टेड है। तो आज हम देखेंगे बेसिकली इसकी एक्सरसाइज। जी, एक्सरसाइज टिक द करेक्ट ऑप्शन। जी, तो पहला हमारे पास जो क्वेश्चन है, द रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम टेक्स इन ऑक्सीजन एंड द सर्कुलेटरी सिस्टम डिलीवर्स इट थ्रू आउट द बॉडी। हाउ डज दिस शोज द सिस्टम वर्किंग टुगेदर? इट्स ऑप्शन सी, दे वर्क in a sequence for a vital function. Now next, which of the following is not a part of the circulatory system? It's option B, muscles. We breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. This exchange of gas happens in which part of the respiratory system? Lungs. Option B. Now, which gas is released by our body? It's option C, carbon dioxide. Which body system provides support for our body? Skeletal. You smell roasted chicken and move towards the kitchen. What is the order of the events that happen in your body? It's D, nose smells, brain interprets information, respond by moving towards kitchen. Now, which system controls all other function and system in our body? Nervous system. Which organ in our body act as pump? It's D, heart. It's B, heart. Fill in the blanks using the given words. The blood is a red liquid that circulates around our body. The trachea divides into two bronchi. The digestive system provides nutrients to our body. The brain is the most sensitive part of the human body. Now, option C. Answer the following questions briefly. How do you think the respiratory system might work with the circulatory system to keep us alive and healthy? The respiratory system and the circulatory system work together to make sure your body gets the oxygen it needs and get rid of carbon dioxide, which is a waste product. Here's how they work together. Breathing in oxygen. The respiratory system brings oxygen into your body. When you inhale, the oxygen travels down your windpipe and into your lungs. Now, next, oxygen into the blood. In the lungs, tiny air passes the oxygen into your blood. The circulatory system then takes over. Then next, the heart pumps oxygenated blood. Your heart, which is a part of the circulatory system, pumps the oxygen-rich blood through your arteries to all parts of your body. Oxygen for your cells. The oxygen in the blood is delivered to your cells where it's used to produce energy. Removing carbon dioxide. As cells use oxygen, they create carbon dioxide as a waste product. The blood carries the carbon dioxide back to the lungs through your veins. Breathing out the carbon dioxide. The respiratory system gets rid of the carbon dioxide when you exhale. This teamwork between the respiratory and circulatory system keeps your cells healthy, gives you energy, and helps your body function properly. Question number 2. How do you think we get information about the world around us? We get information about the world around us through our 5 senses: sight, hearing, touch, taste and smell. These senses send signals to the brain which help us understand and respond to our surrounding. When we breathe in air, what special gas do our lungs take in and how does it get into our blood? When we breathe in, our lungs take a special gas called oxygen. Oxygen is important because it helps our body make energy. Here's how it gets into our blood. Breathing in. When we inhale, air enters our lungs and goes into tiny air sacs. Gas exchange. The wall of the alveoli are very thin and are surrounded by the tiny blood vessels called capillaries. Oxygen passes through the alveoli walls and enters the blood in the capillaries. Carried by red blood cells. In the blood, oxygen sticks into a protein called hemoglobin inside the red blood cells. These cells carry the oxygen to all parts of the body. This process happens quickly every time you breathe, keeping your body supplied with the oxygen it needs. What are the different types of blood vessels and what do they carry? There are 3 main types of blood vessels and each has a special job. And these 3 types are arteries, veins, capillaries. Arteries carry oxygen-rich blood away from the heart to the rest of the body. They have thick walls because the blood inside them is pumped under high pressure. Veins carry oxygen-poor blood with the carbon dioxide back to the heart. They have thinner walls and often have valves that keep the blood flowing in the right direction. Capillaries are the tiny blood vessels that connect arteries and veins. They are very thin, allowing oxygen, nutrients, and waste carbon dioxide to pass between the blood and the body cells. Now, question number 5. How are our brain and lungs protected? Our brains and lungs are very important organs, so our body has special ways to protect them. Brain protection के लिए skull. The brain is protected by the skull, a strong hard bone that acts like a helmet. Cerebrospinal fluid. Inside the skull, the brain is surrounded by a special fluid called cerebrospinal fluid, which cushions it from bumps and shocks. Membranes. This layer called meninges cover the brain and provide extra protection. Lung protection, rib cage. The lungs are protected by the rib cage, which is made of bones called rib. The ribs form a shield around the chest to keep the lungs safe. Muscles. The muscles between the ribs and the diaphragm. The muscles between the ribs and the diaphragm help move the chest for breathing while also offering protection. Pleural membrane. The lungs are covered by a thin membrane called the pleura, which help reduce friction between the lungs, expand and contact. How does air move in and out of our body? Breathing in. When you breathe in, a muscle called diaphragm under your lungs contract and move downward. At the same time, the muscle between your ribs pull your ribcage up and out, making more space in your chest. This creates a vacuum and the air is sucked into your lungs through your nose or mouth. Inside the lung, the air moves through the windpipe and into smaller tubes called bronchi and bronchioles, which lead to a tiny air sacs called alveoli. In the alveoli, oxygen from the air moves into the blood and carbon dioxide moves from the blood into the alveoli. Breathing out. When you breathe out, your diaphragm relaxes and moves upward and your rib muscle relaxes, making your chest smaller. This pushes air with the carbon dioxide of your lungs through your nose or mouth. Does blood circulates in our body? Explain. Blood circulates in our body through a process called circulation, which is powered by the heart. Here's how it works step by step. Heart pumps the blood. The heart is like a pump. It has 4 chambers that push blood in and out. Oxygen-rich blood travels through arteries. Blood full of oxygen leaves the heart through arteries and travels to all parts of the body. This oxygen is needed by our cells to give you energy. Capillaries deliver oxygen. Arteries become smaller and smaller until they turn into tiny blood vessels called capillaries. In the capillaries, oxygen and nutrients in the blood move into the cell and waste products like carbon dioxide move into the blood. Oxygen-poor blood returns through veins. The blood, now carrying carbon dioxide and the other waste, travels back to the heart through the veins. Blood goes to the lungs. The heart pumps the oxygen-poor blood to the lungs where carbon dioxide is removed and the blood gets fresh oxygen. Now, the cycle starts again. The oxygen-rich blood goes back to the heart, ready to be pumped around the body again. This continuous loop ensures that every part of your body gets oxygen and nutrients while removing waste. I hope आपको वीडियो लेसन पसंद आया होगा. एक नए वीडियो लेसन के साथ हम फिर मिलेंगे. तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़.